those of you who don't know, I wrote this 34 years ago. I was right after I was trying to get a break. I couldn't get a break, so finally I had this idea about writing a play, a movie, and doing all the parts myself. And I had this idea about scrubbing my hands and cutting to each scene. And everybody thought I was crazy. But I was very fortunate. I was really broken. I borrowed some money from a good dear friend of mine, and I put this up right now just to make a story, just in a chair. I couldn't afford a set, so I did it in a chair, just like this. And I put it up, and it became the hottest thing in Hollywood at New York at the time. And everybody was coming to see it, and everybody wanted to play Sonny, and Pacino, and Nicholson, they all wanted to play Sonny. But I didn't want to sell it, I wanted to play Sonny. And so they went to know that sometimes you got to hold on to your dream. And I said, I want to play Sonny and I want to write it because it's my life. And they said no, and they all said we'll give you $250,000. And I had $200 in the bank. And I thought about it for a day, and then I called them back and said no. And then about 3 weeks later, they called back and said $500,000. And I said, thank you, but I'm sorry, I play Sonny and I write the screenplay. And then finally, I signed with a big agent. And they took me to this place, another studio, and my hand to God, if I'm lying, he put a piece of paper and he said, if you sign that check, if you sign this check, you'll have a check to offer $1 million. And I had $200 in the bank. And I put my hand in my pocket and I had this card. The saddest thing in life is wasting talent. And because my father wrote that. And he said, I had to keep this promise that I wouldn't waste my life. Because he was nervous growing up there. And I looked at it, and I walked back out, and I said, I can't do it. I said, I have to play Sonny. And they looked at me and said, well, this movie will never get made. And I said, maybe, but I think it will get made, but not with you. And I walked out. And that night, until I say that, I did a show again in a chair, just like this. And I walked off the stage, and the stage manager walks over to me and says, hey, man, you better get down to the dressing room. Robert De Niro just saw the show. And he ran downstairs, he's in the dressing room waiting for me. So I walked downstairs, and Bob De Niro was sitting there, and I was in the corner, and I walked up, I said, hey, Bob, how are you? And he goes, man, I was like, you did a movie, man. That's incredible, really raving about the show. And I said, yeah, Bob, they won't let me play Sonny. He said, listen to me. He says, you'll be great as Sonny. You will be, because it'll be real. And you should write it because of the artist in your life. He said, I'll direct it, and I'll play the father. And if you shake my hands, that's the way it would be. I shook his hand, and that's how the movie got made. Not too long ago, so they saw all my success, so I was very happy about that. My father was very proud of me that I kept my promise to him. And I want to thank Sonny, even though Sonny's obviously not here right now, but I just had this idea about writing this relationship that I have with the Wise House. But my dad wrote this on a card. This is not the actual card, but the saddest thing in life is wasted talent. And you can purchase one of these as you leave the theater because I say that to you because it motivated me. If you have children, young kids, you have somebody who will motivate you. You look at that and you realize it's the saddest thing in life if you have some kind of talent in you and you never did anything with it. And I like to give it to anybody under 12 years old, anybody under 12 years old? Anybody? I always like to give it to one.